Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. Yay! Happy, I'm gonna say it's happy Thursday because I'm recording this now, and hopefully I'm gonna get this out the same day, so fingers crossed. But welcome back. I'm sure by now you may have I don't know, had your full quota of Strangerville content. So I was kind of, I don't know, there's been a whole flood of Strangerville content. I know the hype is real at the moment, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So I actually did a Georgian instead. No Victorians, no Carpenter Gothics. Here we're going Georgian. This build is so long overdue, it's unbelievable. I did do this before Strangerville came down, before I had the game, all of that jazz, and it's just a cute little build. I say little, but it is actually on a 30 by 40 lot, but compared to my usual standards, you know, that's my definition of a small lot now, apparently. So yeah, this one was relatively quick to do, but still this speed build is half an hour long, so who am I kidding? No, it took forever. But yeah, so Felixander came out with Georgian content for the January rewards, or was it? Yes, it was the January rewards. He came out with Georgian content, which are the windows and the doors that you're going to see in this. And also pediments. Yep, I came out with those for his Georgian rewards, and I had been wanting to use these forever. It's taken me like 2 months before I've managed to use them, and they're gorgeous and everything. I was just so busy. I basically made my entire heritage collection to go with the content you see here. So this is kind of the first build that I've actually got to use all of my own content and Felix's together to make what I had envisioned in the first place when I started doing all of those sets. So you will see, I'm sorry, I'm doing the stairs here, and I did a cute little trick with the stairs. I'm in love with the stairs. That's my favourite bit of the whole build. So just watch out for how the stairs progress afterwards. But yeah, so I finally got to use all my stuff. In this build, there is, of course, Felix's content, the Georgian stuff. There is my Heritage Collection Part 1, Heritage Collection Part 2. That is it. There is just me and Felix in this build. So yeah, the link will be in the description box for how you can download this from my Tumblr page. Also, you can download this on the gallery. It will be there. The origin ID is my origin ID is hey_Harrie. Actually, hold on, I'm just looking at this. I got distracted. No. Correction, the favourite part about this build is actually the fence around the garden. You'll see it. This build is based on it's actually a school building here in London, and of course I've jazzed it up a bit to what it actually looks like in real life, but they had this brick fence around the outside, and then it had railings above it, and I was like, wouldn't that look really cool if you could have a brick wall with railings on top? And I was like, well, we don't have that in the game. But then I thought about using the cats and dogs debug brick wall, and so I did it with that. I did test this out before I did the speed build, and there was something just off about it. The colour of the brick wall is off. It just didn't sit right. So instead I decided to use the ruins that you get with Get Together, and if you turn them round, if you just alternate them 180, they actually don't glitch at all. Like, not even a flicker of a glitch, even though they're kind of overlaid over each other. They don't glitch at all. So I've done that. You have to put a wall down first, then raise it up on foundations to the height you want, and then like click and convert that into a fence, if you get what I mean. Hopefully you do. There I've used the buttresses by Felixander as well for the fence posts. I do change the ruins that I've used at the bottom underneath the fence. I do change those to match better with the buttresses, and I use that cute new base game pig that we got with the Lunar New Year update. And oh, they're so cute. They're just so cute. You can see I just drew out fences and placed them next to the gate there. That's how you manage to join two different foundation heights together. You can just place a single piece of fence in there, or wall. It works with walls as well, and it will connect the two. I would say sometimes it decides that you can't edit things afterwards. Sometimes it gets a bit weird. You might change something else on the lot and those pieces will disappear, but you should be good. You just put those back in and it's all playable. It's just that I needed the fence and the gate at the beginning to be on ground level so that your Sims can actually walk through it. But then of course I wanted the fence to be slightly higher because the brick wall is underneath it. So yeah, we're doing this. The landscaping, very, very simple actually. I think slightly truer to real life than most of my builds maybe. We've got the immaculately mowed lawn, that's the one. And then I turn these into like oval shapes. I'm sure I saw this on the one in real life and I quite like that detail, so I kept it, and I do that to both sides. And then just loads of planting down the left and the right hand side, and then in front of the house. We still haven't got onto one of my favorite bits, which is the stairs, but I'm excited to show you it, and happy. So this landscaping, I went with lots of green. There are some flowers in it, but I tried to keep it more lush green. Of course, some lavender, because it would be British AF. There would also be French, south of France AF, but you know, don't quote me on that. But yeah, lots of kind of, I would call this cutesy, stereotypical landscaping. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but yeah, I love those. I make here this kind of taller hedge with these unkept shrub things. This is basically the small Georgian, which is like a prelude to the larger Georgian that I'm planning on doing. I saw this Georgian building and it has the most amazing landscaping, well, like kind of almost like a secret garden vibe to part of the landscaping. I was just like, I need to recreate that. So this is kind of like the warm-up event to, it's a nice warm-up event though, the warm-up event to the big event that is the huge Georgian. I want to definitely do a couple of builds in between this one and the next Georgian because I don't want everything to be the same on the channel. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I haven't actually started it yet, so yeah, I'm sorry, it's not started. Next build, I do have a Strangerville giveaway to announce very, very soon. So I think I'm going to do a simple Strangerville build to kind of announce the giveaway and give you all the details and all that stuff. It is going to be over on Twitter, the giveaway. So you can follow me on Twitter, which is hey_Harrie. That's my what is it, profile handle. That's it, that's my handle on Twitter. So details will be announced there. I'll also be announcing it over here on YouTube, so watch out for that. That should be within the next week. I'll have a Strangerville giveaway. Luckily Sunguru Cake gave me an extra code to give away, so you guys, if one of you doesn't have Strangerville yet, I will be giving that away, and I highly recommend the game. Have you guys been playing it yet? I still haven't had a chance to do the gameplay element. I think I might just do that this evening. Just scrap everything else I had planned. I'm in a bit of a weird build, kind of no inspiration limbo thing at the moment, because I know that Felix's new content's coming out and I want to use that on my next build, which is going to be a French one. So I'm just holding on for it. Also, the whole Strangerville, there are lots of Victorians and Carpenter Gothics, as I said, floating around YouTube. And I don't know, the idea now of building Victorian or one of those scares me. Just because everyone's doing it. And I'm like, oh no. I don't know. I think it's oversaturation for me. I don't know what it is like for you. Is it oversaturation for you? It's really weird having a YouTube channel and having to think about what content you put out, because you're kind of always second guessing your decisions. And you're like, should I do this? Do people like this? I know lots of people just say, oh, just do it for yourself. So if I was doing everything for myself, I do these builds for myself because these are what I love. But, you guys are always, of course, there influencing me in the back of my mind. But yeah, I don't think I want to see another Victorian or a Carpenter Gothic for a little while. I would love to maybe do a different style of build. I know it seems wrong to use Strangerville and not use the content that came with it, but I'd love to do a different type of build in there. It's kind of like my new surrogate Oasis Springs, because I think a really modern build would look amazing in Strangerville. But of course, as the content that came with it is Carpenter Gothic, everyone's doing that, and kind of Victorians, which it's the same time period. So that's what everyone's doing. And it just seems wrong for me to buck that trend, but I feel like I may have to, because I'm just over it already. My attention span is so short on things like that. I'm so bad. I did get a comment on, do you know what? I'm going to try and find this comment. You just excuse the clicking. But I got a comment which I still haven't replied to. I don't know why. I feel like I'm trying to do an amazing reply to this. It's not going to be an amazing reply. But I got a unique comment on my last build, the Strangerville Carpenter Gothic. Oh, just watch out now. We're doing the stairs. I used the Spa Day little stepping stone platform things to make these like an extension of the stairs, so that the stairs appear like they flare out. And we do put plants on there, and it looks so super cute. I'm definitely going to use this somewhere else, this little trick. So yeah, I'm still going to my comments, by the way. Someone left a really cool comment. Okay, so I read this. It's Godiva Realness is their username, so thank you for leaving your comment. I haven't replied yet. It says you should do a build with no move objects and only use base game and Strangerville game pack items. I think that's what the developers builders have to do when they create a residence or community lot. Maybe a certain limit on items as well, just because I think they have to build keeping in mind lower spec computers for consumers. It'd be fun to see what you do having those restrictions, because honestly, agreed, the builds EA designers come up with are awful, bland and always missing something. They amaze me with the actual worlds, but the houses always look boring. So that's kind of reiterating my comment when I said the environment is gorgeous, but the houses are awful. I know Little Simsy shaded them very much and did a lovely starter build in 15 minutes. Was like, this is how you do a base game and Strangerville only thing in 15 minutes. So I think I would like to take that challenge up. I'm not too sure what kind of build it would be though. Maybe more like a cottage Victorian style. I think I would like to do that and kind of only use, I don't normally restrict myself, I'm not one of those people that I don't do budget. So I don't think I'm going to do a budget, but I'm definitely going to do it build like Maxis. Build like Maxis or build like EA challenge, I think I'll call it, and have no move objects on. Basically put a couple of items in each room to keep it for low specs, but see how nice we can make it, because I'm sure that we can still make it a little bit nicer than they do, Anyway, that's the plan. Don't have a build yet in mind. At this current point, I have no builds recorded apart from this one. So yeah, as I said, I'm kind of in build limbo because I'm waiting for Felix's new content to come out, and that should be out within the next week. So expect a French build, expect another Georgian build, expect another Strangerville Victorian or Carpenter Gothic build. Fingers crossed. I think more Victorian than Carpenter Gothic. But yeah, so I've rambled on and we've now gone into the interior. This is now this makes me happy to see my CC mixed in with Felix's and it going so well. Those are his chairs, the Chippendale chairs. And that is my recolor of the in-game base game table, and they go so well. I've used both of my sets in here, the more traditional one and the slightly more country one, which is the cats and dogs one, and I'm in love. Those curtains as well, I did a mesh edit of those curtains to make them fit around his Georgian windows. They will fit around many other windows, just give them a try, but I made them so that they actually fit to the short, medium and the tall walls, so they will reach the ground perfectly, and I'm so happy I did that. I'm just like, thank you. I'm thanking myself for doing it, because there's nothing more annoying than the curtains in game. I think they need a huge overhaul of their curtains, and most of the time I end up putting maybe blinds at the window when I don't want to. Or, the dine out huge floor to ceiling curtains, they have them in short, medium and tall. Those I have somebody did a mesh edit of those and to kind of just squish them so they've got a half width of that and a quarter width, just so it fits better, because those are really wide. I think they're 3 tiles wide, the curtains, so it takes a particular kind of build to put them in, but with the mesh edited one you can put them anywhere, and they are a lifesaver. I wish I had them in this build, but I don't. Anyway, no, I don't need them in this build because I got my own ones. They fit perfectly. I just wish they were EA content so that I could put them in CC free builds, But anyway, so we've done the dining room there and kind of sitting room thing. Everything there, if it's in a different colour, it's probably because I recolored it. The table is from the Heritage Collection. So is the high back love seat that was in the window. But this kitchen is all base game, I think. Yeah, the counter's a base game. Of course, the appliance is a base game, all that jazz. And I just had fun doing this kind of galley kitchen. It's quite small in here. I don't know if it looks large on the outside and then it's quite a bit smaller on the inside. But we do have, how many bedrooms do we have in this? We have 2 bedrooms. Of course, I did a spacious master suite. Come on now, it wouldn't be one of my builds if I didn't have a walk-in closet and all that. Actually, I don't have a walk-in closet in this. Whoops. That's a bad example. But it wouldn't be one of my builds if there weren't 3 rooms attached that make up the master suite. So that's why there's only 2 bedrooms in this. You could alternatively get rid of them. Also, I haven't done a kid's bedroom in here because I'm not about that life, apparently. But this is actually would be a really cute family home, so I just didn't. So there's the master suite and then there's a guest bedroom as well. I think I kept in 2 of the bathrooms in this. I kept in the master suite and I also kept in the guest bedrooms ensuite as well because I really, really like that. And I think I cut out the kind of just regular bathroom that's for, I suppose, all guests to use. But yeah, I love them. They've got Felix's panoramic wallpapers in, and any room that has that on the wall is just perfection to me. So yeah, we're just going around. Oh, I put that rug there from Parenthood as well. It just finished the room. I'm just like, oh, I love it when it just all comes together. Never underestimate the power of a good rug underneath the table. Also, lots of people say, oh, don't put rugs under the table in real life, which I totally get, but in The Sims, it looks gorgeous. We moved on to the study. Another feature of most of my builds is a study. So we went with it, and I always like this whole kind of manly dark wood study vibe. If I could, I think like another alternative to this would have been a really, really dark green room. Like, I love that whole kind of, I don't know what vibe it is, but I love the really dark wood tones and everything in a study, and kind of a little bit stereotypical, but I don't have a problem with that. I've used the fireplace there is for my Heritage Collection Part 2, and it's using Felix's marble, so it does match it actually matches perfectly the marble that's in the kitchen, believe it or not. That's the same green. That fireplace is from Base Game, and it's an okay shaped fireplace, but the recolours on it are, yeah, I'm gonna say the word again, awful, because there's only one that kind of looks good, and that's a kind of, I don't know, goldy, bronzy, light beige tone, and all the others are just really crazy, like blue with red, and they're just weird. So yeah, that was a pleasure to finally get some use out of that mesh and recolor it. So I have full marble options with that, and then I also have wood mixed with marble inlays to go with it, and it's just nice to finally be able to actually use my content. I'm sure there's some other people that have got more use out of my content than I have, because I think this is the second build. The Royal Palm Mansion had a few elements of my collection in there, but this one really is the majority of my recolors in here for all of the furniture and the fireplace and stuff. So yeah, it finally all looked good. Yeah, it is a lot smaller inside than I pictured. So this living room is very, we're going to call it cozy. Some may say on the small side. I'm just going to call it cozy. And yeah, I presume your Sims will be fine with all this. I think I put a TV in here. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I put a TV in the corner, and because that fireplace is so large, you can't actually put a TV there. I think I attempted to put one kind of on the mantelpiece, but it just didn't work. Yep, as you can see, no bueno. So I moved that bookcase out and then did this little unit here, so it kind of looks half considered. Yeah, the table looks a lot better. Good choice, good choice. And I've put this, you know, the Base Game palm tree that got added in the Caribbean update. That palm is just so useful. It goes in like every single build. They were so spot on with that plant. I would just, can I have more of those, because it's just so good. It just goes in every build. Now we're moving on to the kind of, I'm going to call it the smoking room. You don't have to smoke to be in here. In fact, smoking isn't a thing in The Sims, but it's like a little bar area. Maybe you just come in here and entertain a few guests, just a kind of chill out room. It's just really just a room that houses a bar, because it's quite long and narrow, so it's just wide enough to fit this bar area in. But yeah, I struggled with this to start off with. I think my plan for this originally was to turn it into a formal dining room, and I was like, no, this house is not big enough to require 2 dining rooms. Like, I just don't feel like it does. So I decided, let's turn this into the bar room. And I had the blue on the walls, and it just wasn't working for me. It just wasn't clicking. I was just like, look, stop. I put all of the wallpapers out first. I tend to do that. I go around the house and put all the wallpapers in first, and then go and decorate every room one by one. But the blue was just not connecting anymore, and I was like, stop struggling trying to make the blue work, just change the wallpaper color. So I changed it all to black, and I think it's gorgeous. Even at all black, it still doesn't really look that dark in there, which is surprising. But yeah, it just ends up, it's cute, you know. So we've moved upstairs into the master suite. you know, because we are all about that master suite life. This is the little sitting room. I think do I put a TV in here? I think I do. I think I put a TV instead of, yeah, I did. So this is your own private master suite sitting room. Cute here, kind of basic. Well, I say basics. It's got a gorgeous fireplace in there, but you know. And this master suite I did all red, and I really actually like that red. It goes really well. I do end up making this, I think I made this bedroom maybe one tile deeper. When I go later on and did the hallway, I was like, the hallway's too wide. Let me make the bedroom just one tile deeper, and so it's not so narrow. So yeah, I ended up doing that. Everything in red. Everything matches because they're recolored by me, by the way. In Felix's Georgian colour palette, so they match his Georgian walls that are on there, and also the door. I changed the door to be red as well. All matchy in a good way though, not in a way. I hope you agree anyway. That's at least what I was thinking. It's kind of difficult to keep each build looking different if you're kind of using the same content, which is weird because I'm using pretty much the same content in this as I did in the Royal Palms mansion, but it's got a completely different feel to it. This is very English country mansion, English country manor. I think I'm going to call this Hogsmeade Manor. I think Manor sounds better. I've been told that Hogsmeade Estate is in Harry Potter. I have watched Harry Potter, by the way, but I don't remember anything. I've been told that's a place in Harry Potter, so I was like, I don't want you guys to think that I've built a Harry Potter build and then get really disappointed when you press play on the video and it's like, wah, 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 not Harry Potter build. So I'm going to call it Hogsmeade Manor because that's British AF. Just seems very British to me. This house, I'm sticking with it. That's my thoughts. So we're on to the master bathroom. And here's more green and like dark wood tones, which still do actually go with the red. I think red and green goes really well together. And yeah, I like now to put in a touch of blue with my greens. So the armchair that's there is in the blue, and that picks up on just the blue in the wallpaper. It's just like perfect. I don't know. I know that Felix edited like the colours of that wallpaper. I don't know if he intentionally made it that close to his blue. I'm going to credit him as probably doing it on purpose. So top marks for that. But yeah, I've also started doing this whole like end table next to the bar thing now, which I think just adds a little bit extra bit of like luxury and elegance and all that jazz. But yeah, the bath is just in the middle. I wanted it to be that the bath was there in front of the fireplace, so you can light the fireplace and take a nice relaxing bath there. At the end of this, there is going to be screenshots rather than a fly through. This house, believe it or not, is too small for a fly through on the inside. It's too small for pictures as well, to be honest. But yeah, on larger builds I'll definitely do fly throughs because I feel like you have to see everything. But on builds like this I like to do screenshots, all that jazz. I haven't really showed off the back of the build, I don't think, in this, but you'll definitely see that in the screenshots and all that jazz. Very simple, like terrace out there and the water feature fountain thing and a striped lawn. That's my new thing, striped lawn. I feel like if I stripe the lawn, then it looks finished, whereas if I just left the lawn kind of as it comes normally, it just looks a little bit unfinished to me. I feel like I need to put something there, but if I stripe it, I'm like, no, I'm good with all that green. So yeah, this is the other bathroom I was talking about. This is the ensuite. I can see the other room, there is another bathroom right there. That's basically the same items in here, but with the green wall on the back, the whole entire room. But I really like this. It came out really soft and like romantic. Oh god, I'm gonna say yeah, it came out really soft and like romantic feeling, and I love the purple of the wallpaper, and I just picked that up again on the chairs. I normally cut out all of my bathrooms apart from one to save time, but I've made the video longer just to keep in that tiny bit of bathroom, just because I loved it so much. I can't help it. So yeah, we're on to the last little section, which is this kind of seating area. You can see that bathroom there is done, and I end up putting like marble. Yep, these marble ones here to try and make it look kind of built in. I think it achieved it. And then of course I had to use that settee again in a perfect circle with these palms, because you know, if you've got a trick, use it. So there we go, we're just making that bedroom a tiny bit bigger, so that I can put in all this stuff here in the hallway and it look not too big was the term. But anyway, as this is the last room, I just want to say thank you so much, all the new people that have been subscribing and coming to the channel, and all you golden oldies. If you would like to leave a comment, feel free. If you haven't done already, you can subscribe. Liking the video also really helps out the channel so that I'm recommended to other people and new people can find me. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will leave you with some reshady goodness screenshots. Bye guys.